Hi guys, and welcome back to Coil Life. Today we're going to be having a look at this. This is the Wormhole RDA from Vapefly. This RDA, it is named after Stephen Hawking in some bizarre way. I don't know why, but wormhole, maybe it's because of the amount of air that comes through it that you're just going to get a wormhole effect. I don't know, maybe that's their idea, who knows. But this thing has a ton of different airflow options. Not the prettiest looking RDA in my opinion, but it vapes okay. Flavor's not bad either, but before we go any further, let's drop down and have a quick up close and personal tour around the Wormhole RDA from Vapefly. Okay guys, so here we are with the Wormhole RDA from Vapefly, and the box it comes in. Airflow game for Cloud Chaser. Vapefly website. On the back you've got the features, so you've got side and below airflow, multiple airflow controlling, so you got single coil, dual coil options, squonk pin available, a deep juice well, a 510 and 810 drip tip compatible, bit of information there, your scratch and check authenticity. So then if we have a look inside, we get the RDA itself. I have it in this silver. It's not sort of a stainless steel, it's more like a sandblasted finish. Underneath then we get our user manual, the different colour options that you get it in. We also get a bag of spares, a tri-tool, you've got a 510 drip tip adapter, you've got some spare screws, a gold plated 510 squonk pin, and this little piece here which is for your single coil airflow option. I'll just pop that out because we're going to need to have a look at that in a moment. Grab that out, put that to one side, pop all the spare seals all back in. One's just got away. And we also get some cotton and some coils. Some nichrome coils there by the looks of it. Okay, so if we have a look at the RDA itself, then at the top there we've got our frosted PMMA 810 drip tip, so your gun drip tips will fit there, no problem. You've got the O-ring on the inside. On this top cap here then you've got some airflow options, although when you move it around you can only have 3 holes open at any one time. That's the maximum, but you can close that down and you can close it off, or you've got these slots here as well that you can use. So I just take the top cap off completely. We'll have a closer look at the airflow. So as you see this little dot here, and you got the 2 dots there. So that's your single coil airflow, your dual coil airflow. So if we have a look at the deck, you see you've got this airflow hole only on the one side coming in through there. That airflow is going to come up through your center post. Just having a look around there, you've got 2 O-rings to keep the top cap on nice and secure. At the bottom there you've got Wormhole, a serial number, designed and manufactured by Vapefly, your gold plated 510 pin, So then your posts, so if I get a screwdriver there and just unscrew this a little bit, I need a thinner one. So when you unscrew, your clamp rises, so you pop your coils in there. What you'll do then is clamp them down just like that. And then if you want to put just a single coil in, what you'll do is, if you unscrew this here, pop that out, this plate comes off just like that. Then what you'll do is you'll get this plate that's blanked off on the other side, and you'll pop that over just like that. So we get our screw, pop that back in there, grab a screwdriver, and then just screw that down. So that's it, ready for your single coil options. So if I just take this off here, okay, so we've got our barrel there, and if we line that up with our single coil airflow, what you can do is just pop that down just like that. So your airflow is coming through that center post through those holes there, and then it's blanked off on this side. So you'd use these little diffused holes here on the other side of your coil. And then if, for example, you wanted to use your dual airflow, what you do is, where your hole is here, you just turn that around to there, so that's your air coming through, would come through both sides, but then you've got more airflow options to use. So these holes here are for your single coil, the sort of slots then are for your dual coils. So what I'll do is I'll put one of these little coils that we've got here in, and we'll have a little rake on it and see how they perform. Okay, so here's a closer look at the coil we're going to be using, the one that's supplied with the RDA. Just pop that in there. Just like that. Just get it positioned just about there. Grab our little screwdriver. And that's it. Get it positioned. Get our top cap, and just make sure that we've got that sitting just a tiny bit above those slots there for your side airflow. That's it, perfect. Okay, so we've got our coil all seated nicely in there, so just give that a little bit of a pulse. Just get rid of the hot spots in it. That's it, perfect. So that is coming out at 0.3, which is just nice. So what we'll do is we'll pop a little bit of cotton in there now. Okay, so we just feed our cotton through the coil, grab our tweezers, pull that through just like that. And what we want to do, because that juice well is so deep, I want to keep the legs of our cotton long, just like that, just to make sure it's going to reach the bottom of that deck. Okay, so I've just thinned out the cotton just a little bit on the ends. I'm just going to tuck that down, just like that. Same on that side. Just make sure it's hitting the base of the deck. Make sure the air can get in under the coil. And that's it. Ready to pop a little bit of juice on there and have a little bit of a vape. Okay, so if we get our top cap then with the single dot there for your single coil airflow, pop that on there, so you've got that airflow coming in at the back of the coil, and you've got this airflow here that's going to come in at the front of your coil. If you wanted to just use the one airflow, then you can simply shut that off just like that, so you're just using that airflow coming in off the center post hitting the back of your coils. So let's go back up on top and have a little vape on it. Okay guys, so that was the up close and personal tour around the Wormhole RDA. Now, as you saw in there, I've swapped out that little center pin and I've put it to single coil airflow, popped the single coil build in there. It is a 0.21 build. I have it on 35 watts and vape's great. The flavour you get off a single coil in this thing is really good. Your dual coil as well, it's not bad. The flavour is there. It is pretty good. It's on point. You've got all those different airflow options. It's a bit like Stephen Hawking's theories, I suppose. A bit confusing. You've got that much options, which is a good thing. I think it caters for everybody's style of vaping. The one thing that lets it down, in my opinion, for me, is it is one ugly son of a bitch of an RDA. But that's just my opinion. That's why there's so many different devices out there on the market, because everyone's opinions are different. Everyone likes different things. This one, it isn't expensive. I think I picked this one up for about 23-24 quid in the UK. I have seen them a little bit cheaper in some places than that as well, but it comes with your 510 drip tip adapter, comes with a couple of coils, a bit of cotton, your tri-tool, all your different spares and bits and bobs. That airflow in the center post, the way you can swap that out for your single coil, blank off one side, I think it's a really good design. The airflow itself, although you've got the hole in the bottom of the RDA, it's coming up and through the post, so there's no chance of any leaking. I have had no leaking issues whatsoever. It does come with a squonk pin if you want to use it in squonking mode. All around, it's a really good RDA. I think. I just don't like the look of it. Vape's good, the flavor's good. On your single coil, it's fully open. There's not masses of air. It's quite restricted, and if you just wanted to close off the airflow completely on the back of the coil off the post, you can just open up the front, so you've got it blanked off here, open on the front, and I think it does take away from the flavour a little bit like that. I think it's better when you use that hole on the side there. Just single dot, line it up, pop your top cap on, open up your front airflow as well, have that open. with both of those airflows open compared to these big holes that you've got here, I think it's a little bit more restricted, and the flavour comes through a little bit better. But that's just my opinion. I have had it in dual coil mode, fully open as well, masses of airflow. It does take away a little bit from the flavour, but it's not a whole lot. All round, for the price, for the design, the different options, yeah, this is definitely a decent RDA. I will pop a couple of links below in the description as to where you can get your hands on one. But from me, that's all I've got time for. Thank you guys, as always, so much for watching, and we'll catch you again soon.